He finally made the pass.
It's been all over the back of Denny, and he finally just runs into him.
He definitely moved him. Probably frustration. He was door to door with him a lot of times, got under him.
So here is Sauter coming back to get Hill after Hill had moved Johnny and put Johnny into the wall.
Big battle off of turn 4 here.
And into the wall goes Bubba Wallace. And he comes back across the track, tags the 5. They're both in the wall. The caution comes out.
Clips the 20 car of Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell hard into the outside wall.
Then they go down the front. Literally, Bubba Wallace, obviously, exceptionally frustrated. NASCAR trying to get him calmed down.
And a crash on the front stretch. Carl Edwards and Clint Boyer are in it. In the championship standings.
Ooh, Tony almost got in the fence.
Then came down and got Boyer, and that took out Carl Edwards.
Looked to me like Stewart was mad at Boyer
and
drove into Boyer.
That's what it looked like.
Jeff Gordon just got by Matt Kenseth for third space. Oh, and look at this. The 24 just went around. He's not happy with Matt Kenseth.
In Chicago, the 24's second win was served with a side dish of revenge.
Gordon is there, and he is wanting the lead.
Oh, Kenseth goes around off the front of the Gordon.
Yeah, a lot of contact here, and both drivers very aggressive on the front stretch. And then Bubba Wallace, after the 18 went by him, just decided, well, you're not gonna go any further around this turn. I'm gonna spin you.
Wallace and Kyle Busch beating and banging down the front stretch. A big shot by Kyle Busch. Bubba Wallace says, I don't care, you're done. I'm sending you into turn 1, and listen.
Chastain up the racetrack. Here comes the 11.
They lean on each other a little bit. Chastain wall.
Hard into the wall. He goes around. He'll hit the inside wall as well.
Whoa, contact there. Brian Vickers pushing back Kenseth. Martinsville payback issued at Phoenix. It sure was. That's all that was.
One of the most frustrating.
Trouble. Riley Herbst spinning. Right at the start-finish line.
Got Haley a little bit upset at him.
You're saying we need to rewind the tape a little further?
And there's more to that story. Let's hope that something else happened, because that seems like a pretty big reaction for just the air getting you loose off of turn 3.
Yeah. You'll take the lead away in turn 1.
24 just moved to 2.
He'll come back and give us a shot, cross us over, and he'll wreck us. Yep.
Trouble on the front straightaway. Kurt Busch turns Jeff Gordon around, and Gordon makes hard contact with the inside retaining wall.
As the full moon rose, the stars came out to play. But two old rivals were no longer playing around.
Jimmy Johnson goes for a spin, slides backwards into the outside retaining wall.
Looks like the 22 had the left front locked up there, Jimmy's why he got into you. Would he just get loose under the 48 and get into him? 22 dumped the 48.
Kurt just dumped Jimmy.
Looked like that, but I don't know that he did it on purpose.
With that caution we had earlier, where is that guy?
Trouble in turn number 2. Jimmy Johnson is around. Kurt Busch is around.
What a chump. What a chump. Is that a 5 chump? Yeah, it is. I got your number. I got your number.
How bad is it, boss?
Yeah, we probably heard it this time.
Take it to the garage. Take it to the garage. You want something to eat? Want a knuckle sandwich? Corey's trying to get around the 99 here. They make contact. That spins Corey over here. I thought for sure this was a caution, NASCAR.
Right on the bottom of the racetrack. They'll be side by side down the back straightaway.
Ooh, man, that was tight off turn 2. He's got him. I believe he's got him this time. Oh, he turned him.
No.
Oh, he turned him. No.
Now here comes Clint Boyer to take the yellow flag.
Oh, no.
Remember back to May. It's really impressive. He's able to hang this time. They've been working on that car.
They got together. And Kyle Busch goes around.
Didn't wait 185 laps, Dale.
Yeah, I guess I was wrong about that. I think you meant 2 laps.
Twice today. But it looked like just hard racing to me.
So there's certainly going to be different
One inside,
opinions.
one inside. Stay low. Keep digging there. Caution's not out. If he holds me up and I see him in my rear view again, he's going firewall deep.
Oh, boy.
Hold on. He just drove it right up there into you, buddy. Meant to do it. Oh, man. How ridiculous to want to be father's paws. Come on, Freddie. Wheels.
Holy smokes.
I want to see the replay before I say anything stupid, but he might need to take some Adderall for that one. But all in all, a great day for our Click and Close Chevrolet Camaro Z01 team. Just an incredible experience for me to be able to be here for my first.
What are you seeing here?
He says I cut his tire down. Looks like the same movie he pulled on Blaney at Martinsville. But hey, we edged him out. We beat him, so it's all good. But hey, we're Daytona 500. And put that aside. My nerves are shot up right now. The king comes in all mad at me and says, "After all I've told you, what was the first rule that I told you to do?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I lost my breath." And he says, "Don't wreck the car." And
And Harvick's going to put the steering wheel back on.
I think Harvick was getting ready to hop out of that thing. I think somebody must have gotten to him. No,
wheels off again. Here it comes.
He says, "Okay, this is enough. I'm going back here, and we're going to have a little talk." And there goes his car. That car just took off. Holy smoly!
It's the last lap.
Oh,
he hit the bumps. Oh, into the wall.
Logano goes by.
Wow.
White flag.
You
One
think that
lap
was
to
a
go.
bump and
Sponsored
run?
by Credit One Bank.
Wow.
No, I mean, we were really close off of 2, and I think it spooked him and got him tight, and he was right against the wall, and I got the lead. And he's just an idiot. I mean, he does this stuff all the time. I've seen it with other guys, and I mean, he drove in there 10 mile an hour too fast.
Then he shoots up the racetrack, almost gets into the 31, and here comes Hornaday for second, trying to take that spot away.
How about that young driver, Ron Hornaday, trying to get by Kyle Busch here? Ooh, close.
Wide into turn 4. That moves Kyle Busch all the way up the racetrack. He has to catch it before he gets to the wall. And Hornaday catches the wall.
Low. Caution's out.
Caution is going to come out. Both drivers trying to get by. Look like the 17 of Timothy Peters. They slid up the racetrack, and now Kyle Busch not happy at all.
It's all good, dude.
And Kyle Busch is going to turn the 33 into the wall. Our championship contender Hornaday in the wall.
Well, Kyle Busch should be parked for this race and maybe the rest of the season for that.
Holy cow, I can't believe he did
Championship
that.
contender Ron Hornaday hard into the wall. Kyle Busch sends.
Car has sent the 20 to the end of the longest line for aggressive driving.
Yeah, you don't drive all the way across the racetrack like that unless you're after somebody. So NASCAR made a call, aggressive driving. It's just it seems a little bit ironic that this is the driver that started all that after the Bud shootout about guys being too aggressive and causing problems. Yeah, a lot of cars missed this wreck.
Oh, my goodness. With Bobby Labonte getting by on the inside, we saw Mike Wallace go by on the outside. Dale Jarrett back in the 88.
Check out what happened. There's Tony. Wow, man, well, it doesn't get more blatant than that.
And look at this, up across the track. How emotional is Tony Stewart? This is his onboard camera a few minutes ago.
What a wild finish here. It looked like Kyle Busch had at least 4th place spot secured.
18, I think I got a flat tire when you keep down on me. Something I really lose. The heads up on 18. Heads up.
Kyle Busch and Joey Logano are in a fist fight. Kyle Busch walked over and threw a haymaker. Chaos down here on pit road. A big bloody gash on the forehead of Kyle Busch.
Got a bloody Kyle.
Kyle Busch sure wasn't happy with Joey Logano. Instead of talking it out, he just walks over to Joey Logano's pit stall, right hooks him right in the face, and throws a punch. This is one of the most unsportsmanlike conduct moments I've ever seen personally while watching NASCAR.
Will stay on the lead lap.
I think they want us to give him a lap back, Dave. At 10-4, they're going to hold you 1 lap. They said we sped to keep from going a lap down. Bullshit! I went to my max of my light on the exit. And okay, speed, maybe it was a mile an hour over, but it wasn't like it was 15 miles an hour over, like it was fucking obvious. They always get the last word, bud. We'll just give them their lap. We'll get the lucky down. Fuck you guys.
Oh, well, I guess that's a little hand signal he's giving the NASCAR official.
Yeah, we will apologize for Kyle.
18 too fast. Actually, not the lap. He gave him the number 1 finger, too, after they got him sitting there, Billy. Hosting us now. You gotta come in, bud. You gotta come in.
That's Kyle Busch's radio. Remember the little gesture that we had to apologize for? It's going to cost him 2 more laps. NASCAR is going to pull him in.
Said unsportsmanlike conduct. That's freedom of speech. They're going against the constitutional rights of everybody. Kyle, stop, please! And we all work too hard for this. You're costing us. Bring it to pit road. Park it for 2 laps.
So a bad break turned into a bad situation, and it's gone to worse.
They always get the last word.
Well, let's stay on Kyle Busch. Speaking of unsportsmanlike conduct, he actually got a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. He gave the middle finger to a NASCAR official after being black flagged for speeding down pit road. Kyle Busch has always had a history of being tempered, but this 2010 Texas race sure showed all the worst sides of Kyle Busch.
Turn 1.
You know, Matt was already a little loose getting down in. It looked like he was really almost sideways before Tony ever got in there and got on him. Have to look at that again. Have these two guys had a little, didn't they start the year off this way?
At Daytona.
See those 3 cars back there stopping. They didn't know where these 2 were going to go. You just watched that replay. What did it look like?
I didn't see the beginning of it. You know, I knew Tony had a run, and you know, I just, you know, at the start-finish line, he was still behind me, so I just pulled down against the grass because I was going to obviously protect the bottom. And, you know, if he got inside me, I don't know how he did. He must have run over the grass to get there. And once they said he was inside, I moved up, but he just tapped me in the left rear, and then he proceeded to take a right and run me up the fence. So, you know, if he was under there, I didn't know he was under there. I don't know how he got there when I was against the grass.
2 really good cars wrecked in the garage. Tony, you've seen the replay. You were there. What happened?
Well, it's pretty funny. That's the first time I've actually got to sit in the truck and watch the other guy in the interview, but it's a pretty demented view from where I saw. I mean, I got to run on him like he said. At least he got that part right, but you know, you can see where they start the camera view that he's a whole lane and a half low, and you know, you don't go in the corner that way, so obviously he's blocking there. And you know, if he wants to complain about me getting under there, I mean, I was there, and you know, any other weekend that would be acceptable, but you know, it's the next to All-Star Crash Fest, so you know, I think he screwed up on this one and thinks that if he thinks I did that and that was my fault, he screwed up in the head.
Tony Stewart was extremely displeased with Matt Kenseth, as Matt Kenseth was displeased with him. Entering turn 1, Tony Stewart and Matt Kenseth collected each other hard into the outside wall, taking them both out. Both drivers were very displeased with each other in their post-race interviews, and Tony Stewart even called Matt Kenseth messed up in the head. Both drivers were furious at one another, but they didn't really have any other altercations until the 2012 Bristol race.
Wow, that did not work out for... Oh, Kyle Busch turns Chase Elliott.
Hard into the wall. And almost back up into traffic.
Oh, Clint Boyer getting pushed. Almost collects him. You can see he's taking his time. He wants to see somebody first, or...
Yep, he was in position to have a chance to win it. 11th caution flag.
Oh, boy.
Racing for the win, Kyle Busch accidentally taps Chase Elliott, and Chase Elliott spins hard into the inside wall. Chase Elliott was extremely displeased with Kyle Busch, showing him the middle finger as he got out of the race car.
Yeah, Casey Kane's like, I got to go. I can't cut you any brakes right now. He sure turned him around, though.
I think I mentioned earlier about keeping that list if you're scoring at home.
Well, that one's 1-1 so far, I guess, isn't it? Tie game. wonder if Casey's splitter bottomed out right there.
Yeah, he might have caught the curb, maybe is what he's going to
The day Vickers and Kane did not like each other. Casey Kane would spin Brian Vickers around off turn number 4 at Martinsville. A little bit later, Brian Vickers then returned the favor, trying to take Casey Kane out in a more vicious crash, failed to do so. And a little bit later, because he failed to do so, Casey Kane back out on the track, wrecks Brian Vickers in about the same spot Vickers attempted to wreck him just some laps earlier.
He basically just dumped him. Certainly could have been avoided, no doubt about that.
That is Brad walking directly toward Kyle Busch's pit.
Guys, use your head. Don't be silly. We don't drive the car. We just work on it. Be smart.
Kyle Busch essentially dumps Brad Keselowski down the straightaway. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He turns Brad Keselowski, spins him out, and wrecks him. Brad Keselowski was extremely displeased with Kyle Busch after the race and showed him where to go, and I was assuming it was to the rear.
Here comes 22 with a big push. He's on you. He's on you tight. All right, he just shoved me straight in the fence. He just shoved me all the way in the corner. Therefore, they're 22 and 4, not happy already. Get front row seat. Guess Harvick's mad. Kim, I was trying to help him.
It wasn't even for a points race, but the first ever race of the season, the 2015 Clash, saw Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick extremely mad at each other. Joey Logano was pushing Kevin Harvick into the turn and pushing him up into the wall, costing them both a lot of positions. Kevin Harvick was furious at Joey Logano.
He's got the lead. Here comes Kyle back at him again. He's going to get to him.
Yeah, gave him a little shove.
The bump and run, the Bristol move.
Here comes Denny Hamlin right there, too.
Denny Hamlin said, my turn to play. I got a bumper, too. I got a hammer in turn 3, got some traffic in front of him, and Carl Edwards will come down and win for the second time in his career in Bristol, Tennessee.
Kyle Busch is going to finish second, Denny Hamlin third.
Oh, awesome race. Great job today. Awesome day.
Carl Edwards mathematically locked in.
Getting a little nudge here from Kyle Busch. I don't know what's going on there.
They're pushing and shoving a little bit over there.
I don't know what that was all about.
I don't think anybody saw anything wrong with what Carl Edwards did there, except for Kyle Busch. He's not very happy about it, and that's always the case. You're going to have one guy that's not.
He hit me getting into turn 1, which got me a little bit loose, chattered the rear tires, but whatever. That's, Carl's going to say he's sorry he didn't want to race that way because he always does, Mr. Ed-like. So we'll take it, we'll go on, and, we'll race him that way in a chase if that's the way he wants to race. I couldn't get by him, and I couldn't get by him. And I just had to ask myself, would he do that to me? And he has before, so that's the way it goes. They keep talking about rivalries. We might have one now.
Kenseth does slide up into Stewart a little. Tony comes down, trying to pin him down a little bit. That creates contact that gets Kenseth sideways. Yeah, but I thought Tony had to get down a little bit. See right here, if he goes a little bit higher there, yeah, I don't think he had much choice. Tony not very happy. Whoa. Yep. That's a perfect strike.
That's a nice throw.
You just use one hand, didn't you, dude? I think I'm right. I think he's got both hands.
And the southpaw, too.
Yeah.